Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning back into another episode of the Game of Cryptos coming at you guys live today. Today, just kind of giving you some of my inputs about everything that's going on in the market currently, and just kind of giving my input. Today, I'm going to mainly kind of focus over like Solana, Ethereum, Render. Some of the updates going on with that. Just going over and looking over Bitcoin, and yeah, just kind of going all over the news today. Hope you guys are all doing well, and thanks for tuning in. As you can see right now, just kind of looking at the overall crypto market, Bitcoin right around 66,000, not doing too much. If we actually go over to the trading view chart, we can actually see that we are actually seeing some downwards price movement, which for some of us might be very surprising because of all the bullishness that's pretty much going on in the market. The Ethereum spot ETF news, and that starting today. Actually, you would have thought potentially we would see more green in the market, and that's just not the case. Honestly, I would say that for the long time that I've been in this market, it's not surprising. It's kind of one of those like sell the rumor events, and there wasn't really much of a buy the rumor. It was kind of like there wasn't much green from this, at least initially right now. But I do think that in the future moving forward, we will see more upwards price movement. So, guys, right now, and as you guys have heard me talk about plenty times in other videos, we just have to deal with this choppiness that we're in right now. We've been range bound from the upper 50s to around the upper 70s, and until we break out and pass all-time highs significantly, until we're in that like 73, 74, and we have like a daily close above it, we're still going to just see this choppiness. And in this video, you're going to hear me go over a couple of the major things happening in the crypto market. But a lot of the news that I'm going to cover, it's not going to necessarily matter until Bitcoin does its thing and convincingly goes past its all-time high. So to start, one of the first things that I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe know about or heard what's going on, it's the render migration to Solana. So for those of you that are not aware, and I feel like there's not too many YouTubers talking about the render migration. I'm not sure because render is still going to be a really bullish play this bull run. For some of you, maybe right now you might feel like it's late to get in, but I still think that it has at least like a 5 to potentially 10x in its future. And so for those of you that maybe got in when it was like $1, you're still going to make a lot of money potentially. But right now, so render is moving to Solana. So Solana, we know, is going to be much faster. So the transaction fees are going to be lower because, as those of you that know, if you were trading RNDR, or those of you that just know, Ethereum in general, when you are swapping, when you're, going in and out of, Ethereum tokens, the ERC20, we know that gas fees are absolutely just atrocious, and it's annoying. So for me, I was actually holding all my RNDR on Ledger. I do use a cold wallet, and I do use Ledger right now. And as far as I know, Ledger actually, at the time of, as of now, is not supporting the migration. So you might have to manually convert or swap your RNDR to to render. So I did this by going on Coinbase. I used Coinbase as my exchange I just did the swap, and I took I kind of just took the fee for the swap. I lost like 30 render, but it is what it is. People are saying that there's going to be a lot more liquidity in the newer in the RNDR rather than the RNDR. But as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, it is a 1-to-1 correlation right now between the Solana render and the Ethereum render. And this is just a list of the exchanges that are supporting and doing this automatic update. You have Binance, OKX, Kraken, Mexi, Crypto.com, BitGet, KuCoin, and I'm sure as potentially as time goes on, this list will continue to grow. And if you guys want more detail as far as exactly what to do, go to the Render Foundation, and it can give you even more detail about this upgrade and what to do to make sure that you are ready for this migration. And I believe this is happening. Most of these exchanges are going to be doing this migration. I think potentially sometime this week before the end of the week. So you know, if you feel like you want to convert your RNDR to render, do so. Again, none of it's financial advice. I decided to because I just don't want to be caught in a position where I'm no longer able to do that conversion and I'm out of luck on, possibly, capturing selling the gains that I make potentially from the price of render going up. So yeah, that's one of the first ones that I wanted to go over with you guys. The next one, Kaspa and the hash rate. So Kaspa actually has been we've seen price kind of fluctuating around that like 17 cents or so, and I think it got up to almost around 19 cents. So it's very close to its all-time high, but it has been breaking out as of recent with its the petahash rate. And usually as time goes on, the higher the hash rate, eventually price will follow. And right now it's at 523 at the time of this video, and this is just contributing more and more to the security of Kaspa. The higher the hash rate, the better it's, everything's good. So that is really bullish to see that. And as you can see, 84% of it is mined, and the circulating supply is about 24.6 billion. If we look at the top addresses, I like going to check this out just to see, what's going on with the wallets. Are we seeing more people buy in, or are we seeing people sell? But as you can see, in the last 30 days or so, we have added almost 800 dolphins. It's going up, So Kaspa, you guys have heard me say this time in and time, like I've said this many times throughout my videos, that Kaspa, I think, is going to be this bull run's like golden child, so to speak. Last bull run we had like Solana. I hate to mention this other crypto. We had Terra Luna. Yes, it ends up rugging, but I absolutely do not think that's going to be the case of something like Kaspa. Kaspa is going to have the bullishness that Terra had. It's going to have the bullishness that Solana had, but not the negative part of what ended up happening with Terra Luna, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think Kaspa is going to be this bull run's like big big play, so to speak, at least for the L1s. Arguably last bull run too, you had like ADA, it did really well, but for L1s, I think it's definitely Kaspa. So yeah, guys, just continually check up and keep up to speed with what's going on with Kaspa, and obviously with the smart contracts and everything, it's definitely going to be really, really bullish. Let me take a minute and go over and look at the chat. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. You got Rocket. Nice. Omar said, how high do you see Mavia going? I personally see it being this bull run and going for that $100 mark. I believe Mavia will bridge the gap for gamers and migrate from Web 2 to Web 3. So Mavia, Heroes of Mavia, I have heard, to be honest, I know that I've heard a lot of YouTubers talk about Heroes of Mavia. I honestly feel like I should be doing more research on gaming. I've kind of been really lacking the gaming research. But Heroes of Mavia, if we go and look at the all-time chart, so obviously it's gone down, but that's kind of been expected because of what's going on with Bitcoin. But it did come out. It's a new, the thing that's bullish about this gaming crypto is it's new. It hasn't seen a bull run yet. The market cap is it's 87 million, so it's still relatively small, kinda. So it could have room to go. You were comparing it to the Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity, I believe, went to a was it around a $5 billion market cap? Let's see, all time. Oh no, 10. So obviously, if you take Axie Infinity's market cap compared to Heroes of Mavia, there is a lot of room to run. So yes, Axion or it's interesting because there's a lot of plays that people are trying to figure out what's going to be the next Axie Infinity play. Is it going to be Miria? Is it going to be games for a living? Honestly, only time will tell. And yes, right now the crypto gaming has, it's been pretty slow as of recent, but I do think that as the market comes back, as we see more liquidity coming to Bitcoin, I think you are going to see plays like Heroes of Mavia go up a lot higher. I don't have like a price prediction for you, Omar. But I do see this being a potentially really good gaming play to be in. But as always, I wouldn't just be in I would definitely be diversified. And if I was in gaming, I would definitely have a couple of different gaming plays, not just necessarily go all in one. Maybe get like two gaming plays, but for a lower market cap play, definitely, Heroes of Mavi is a good one. And then here in this chart, this is games for a living. But right now, the only gaming play that I'm in right now currently is Miria. So I definitely wanted to potentially, even me, I need to get more diversified. So we have Caspable. Thank you for doing a live, brother. Do you plan to mint mint Caspa meme coins? If so, which ones? So I haven't done any of the Caspa minting, but if I was going to get involved in the meme coins for Caspa, I would be looking more into what was it? There was actually a slide on here that I have. Oh, here it is. This was from a previous video that I did a long time ago about Kaspa and Casper the Ghost. Hopefully, you guys can see that. This would be the one. Let me zoom this up. Casper the Ghost, I think, is going to be arguably the best meme on Kaspa. Ticker is KSPR. So when and if I do mint for the meme coins, this would be the one that I think is going to be the go-to for a lot of people. And again, I wish I had more information on the other like memes on Kaspa, but I think this almost seems like the obvious play, just because Kaspa, Casper the Ghost. Everyone knows like the other original Casper with the C, the cartoon thing or whatever. So this would be my play for sure. I'm not in any memes at the moment, but for Caspa, this would be it. And then obviously there's other ones. I've been thinking about definitely getting into potentially something like a Brett in the future. I'm still just kind of waiting for, I have my main plays, my main portfolio. I'm kind of just waiting for the market to show us that it's going to go bullish before I really kind of maybe dive in heavily to some of these meme coins. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Castable. Thanks for the chat. Let's see. We have another question. We got one from Emily Machine Bodybuilding. Good to see you. We don't get many females in crypto, so this is great. Good to see you. Seeing some things, how the market is mirroring what it looked like right before things took off, near the like 2020, 2021. Yeah, so originally what's interesting about that, let's actually go and look at the Bitcoin chart. Originally the market did seem to pump a lot faster than previously before, but I would say as of now, I think that the market has definitely kind of recorrected itself, and I feel like we are on pace for a more normal bull run. I still think that we might see an initial peak in about March or April of 2025, because look right here, we had like our first top in the last bull run right about, what was it, like it was like April, January, February, March, April of 2021, and then we saw that final peak in November of 2021. So I could see something similar playing out. And as I've said before, you're going to see different cryptos peak out at different times. Some cryptos peaked at this top, and other cryptos peaked at the second top. And this is a difference between about like 5 or 6 months. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. So, yes, yeah, Emily, definitely there are a lot of similarities. I would say one of the only main differences, though, is that um, we have all this ETF hype, the Ethereum ETF, which the spot ETF's just releasing today. Obviously the Bitcoin ETF happening. And then, soon we might have others like Solana. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see how the rest of this bull run plays out. So yeah, great comment. Let's see, Brad. Miria, the new Gala, and Mavia, the new Axie, in my opinion. Both would go to 3 billion in terms of market cap. Yeah, so so that's a fair and valid, definitely very possible. I think when we saw the bearishness happen with Axie Infinity, and I think it was like the creators or whatever, they were beefing, so people were like, okay, I'm out of this. I think that caused people to look for the next best thing. And I definitely do see that that's a fair value. And even I would say they could even go to a 5 billion. So Gala went to a 10 billion, or I think Gala went to a 10 billion, right? Let's double check this. Let's see. Great comments today, guys. Appreciate it. Keep them coming. Okay. So yeah, so Gala went to a 5 billion. So yes, these could go to a 3 billion for sure, especially with this cycle and there being more liquidity that is supposedly going to come in the market. That's definitely fair. So guys, definitely keep doing your research on on your gaming cryptos and just on cryptos in general. And the goal is to have the conviction to hold during these turbulent times. So yeah, Brad, definitely that's fair. That is definitely a fair thing to say. I could definitely see that happening. Again, I'm more knowledgeable on things going on with Miria than Mavia. And again, I think I did state that I do own Miria, but I do like Mavia too. I have heard a lot of good things and a lot of YouTubers talk about it. So I think being diversified and having a couple of those gaming plays is going to do really well for you. So go away from the chat for a minute and let me go back to the slide to continue on this news that's going on in the market. So let's see, where were we? Okay, so the Grayscale AI fund. So that one's another one that's been really interesting. So I get a lot of news from like Twitter, and obviously you gotta back check things. But there was a tweet about this. So here we go. And Grayscale, this is bullish. You got Render in it, you got Bittensor, you got LivePeer, Filecoin, Render. It's heavily more weighted in near Filecoin and Render. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Let me know if you guys are kind of surprised that their lowest allocation is in Tau. That's kind of surprising to me, but I will say overall, for any of those that are in these plays, it's really bullish. I'm more someone that's more of a fan of like Render and Tau, but obviously if these institutions are getting into plays like Near and Filecoin, that's gonna be bullish for them. That's when people are thinking about AI and when people are thinking about crypto, people are going to be thinking about going to these types of plays. Now, to be fair, to mention, these are higher market cap plays. So you got to keep that in mind, especially, like like Tau, Render, those are high market cap plays near Filecoin. So the returns are not going to be as high as something like for instance, like you guys have heard of AI tech. I'm not invested in this, but Solidus AI tech, this is an $80 million market cap. And it's, it was almost up to about 48 cents. It's retraced down to 12. But I heard a lot of people talk about AI tech as well. So again, just like I talked about with gaming a little bit earlier, you want to be diversified in each niche. You should be diversified. So if you're going to have, how I like to do things, like per narrative, I like to have at least two cryptos in each. So if I'm in like an L1, I want to own like like uh like a Kaspa and maybe like a Solana, or a Kaspa and a Lithium, just getting some variety. If you're an AI, maybe get something like a Render, and then like a lower cap play like Solidus. So, definitely be diversified, and you know, yeah. So but yeah, so the Grayscale fund, that one's going to be another interesting thing going forward, and seeing what happens price action wise. The next one, as we've already pretty much talked about, the ETH ETF. And again, I'll touch upon this briefly. What's interesting to me is that, let's go to a chart. Ethereum is barely up today. It's not really up at all. So again, it's not surprising. I think, until we see Bitcoin become bullish, guys, you're not going to see really any of this news be super bullish for crypto until Bitcoin is, extremely bullish. And when I mean extremely bullish, when retail comes back in, and when I mean retail, when you have the euphoria of like everyone, your family, your friends, your neighbors, people at work are talking about a certain meme coin, or anything like that, that's when you're going to start seeing crazy gains in the market. Until then, but you're not going to see that until we see Bitcoin surpass all-time highs, until Bitcoin's past 75,000 and higher. Hope that makes sense. Let's see here. So we're gonna go back to the chat. Let's see. We have a comment. Brother, what do you think about FK ETH? You think it can perform well now with ETH, or would you bet against it? I'm thinking of buying in. So I actually am not sure. I've never heard of this. But what I would say, um, to just, rather than even get into that, I would just either get into ETH, because that seems like a more riskier play. I'm already going to assume that this is a low market cap. So what I would do, let me see if I can search this. FK ETH. Yeah, see, nothing, it's not even coming up on this. So I would say just go into ETH, or just go on and get into ETH. Get into the, what's the word? Like, get into cryptos that are like Ethereum based, that are going to be lower market cap, like a beta play against Ethereum, because Ethereum is already a higher market cap. So I would just go for, some of the cryptos that are, maybe on the ETH, but are on lower market caps. That would be my advice. I think right now is not the time to be getting into these risky altcoins that are, unheard of in low market caps. And I say that because at the point of the bull run that we're in, you want to go basically what has a foundation and has a big community, and not these unknown stuff, unless it's a meme coin. But you don't necessarily want to like crazily FOMO into memes until it's that like meme mania phase, which is at the end of the parabolic bull run. Another comment, it's crazy, from Omar Bradley. It's crazy. Everyone was super bullish and FOMOing to Tectum when it was $30, but are now nowhere near to be found at $8. A lot of people will have a rude awakening when Tectum awakens in old season. I'm glad you brought that up. So Tectum, I do hold, and I agree. Tectum, no one is talking about Tectum, and that goes for like a lot of, like, basically all the YouTubers that I even watch. No one is talking about Tectum, and I think it is bullish. I think it's gonna be one of the most bullish, like, Bitcoin layer 2s. People talk about stacks and whatnot. No, Tectum, if you're getting anything Bitcoin related that's like a Bitcoin proxy and it's in crypto, don't get stacks. Get something like Tectum. Not financial advice, but it's at a $59 million market cap. And as you just said, it was actually, yeah, past 30. It was at $43. And guys, look at the circulating supply. It's 70. It has a max supply of 10 million, and 77 or 73% is out. 7.3 million Tectum is out. It's, guys, the tokenomics they're for cryptos, as far as that goes, they're really good. Like, this is a type of crypto that could go to hundreds of dollars, if not, I mean, dare I say, I don't want to be super moon boyish, but like, there could be one day where you could see $1,000 Tectum. But realistically, for this bull run, you know, I've heard numbers anywhere between like 2 to 400. So yes, I think Tectum is a steal right now, and I think people are foolish for, if they sold out of their Tectum, people that sold, they're going to regret it when they see Tectum go back to its all-time high and significantly surpass it. I see this for sure going into the hundreds of dollars, if not at least minimum 200. So yes, that's a great point that you made, Omar. Don't get you don't want to get fudded out of your picks, guys. Just because the market went on a downturn and you saw, a 20% haircut, 30% haircut off of your cryptos, it doesn't mean that the crypto you're in is a bad. It's just, all it means is that people were selling out of their positions to basically go to a flight to safety. People were maybe putting that money into Bitcoin, putting it into Ethereum or some higher caps. But rest assured, when Bitcoin goes back to its all-time highs and surpasses it, people are going to feel more confident in the market, and you're going to see plays like this. You're going to see plays like this recover and go back up. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so you said it. So you see a $400. Yeah, like I said, I say minimum maybe around the 200s, but again, I'm thinking anywhere between like the 2 to 400s. So yeah, anyone that is buying Tectum today, you are gonna more than likely be heavily rewarded in the future, a year from now. Again, not financial advice. Nothing in crypto is guaranteed, but I do think people are definitely sleeping on Tectum, and they're going to potentially regret it 100%. I have a couple videos about Tectum, and Tectum is definitely a part of my portfolio. Casper is a meme coin I want to mint. Also, my plan is to enter ASAP, preferably when the market cap is less than 1 million. I think it is possible to 100x, 200x Caspiums. Yeah, so these meme coins are going to be the most likely chance for anything of as far as getting like a 100x from this point. And that not just Kaspa meme coins, but that goes for meme coins just in the community in general. Any meme coins that come out now are the ones that are going to be the most likely to get the hundreds of X. But right now, obviously, you have like your solidified meme coins that are like your Bretts, your Pepes, that are, at like, higher market caps. They can still go up, but they're not gonna like 100x or something from here at this point. But yeah, Casper, I think, is going to be the meme coin of Kaspa. So Omar, again, how high do you see Miria going? I personally believe it can 50x at 0.15 from here. Okay, so Miria, let me go and look at the price of Miria. Okay, so right now the market cap of Miria is 62 million. So if it 10x'd, that would be a 620 million. So you're looking at a 10x would be a 3 cent. And dare I say, 100x would go to a 30-cent Miria, which would take it to a $6.2 billion market cap. So I would say 100x is definitely not definitely, but 100x is off the table because that would put it over the market cap of what Axie Infinity did, which was around 5 billion. I don't think anything is going to surpass that. So yes, a 50x, which would be I would say 50x is definitely possible. So you're looking at like a 15-cent Miria, and instead of a $6 billion market cap, you're looking at a 3. So yeah, definitely possible. Definitely possible. I would say that that's probably one of the most realistic outcomes for something like Miria. So a lot of people, yeah, don't sleep on Miria. I think it's going to do really well. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's a meme coin. You was right. It's the sole ETH on market. It's mainly bets against Ethereum based on high gas fees coming. It was a 10 million, but now it's a 2 million again. How would you do diligence? How would you do diligence on memes? So, what I would do, Basti, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. For meme coins, so for memes, when it comes to investing in crypto, and when it comes to investing in crypto is already risky, right? So, okay, let me show you guys something. Let's see here. Okay. So, imagine this is your portfolio. You got a pie. When it comes to like investing in meme coins, you want to be like you want to have a safety net. Let's say 50% of your portfolio is in like L1s like Kaspa, Solana, Injective. That's in this, and then maybe you have a quarter of it in something like AI and whatnot. So basically, what I'm getting to, and then let's say you have another part of it in, I don't know, gaming, G for gaming. So you want to have a small piece of the pie, this area right here, for meme coins. And I say that because meme coins are very, very volatile. They're very volatile, and you just a little bit, when you're investing at these meme coins at a low market cap, a little bit goes a long way. So to get even closer to your question and give you an answer, I would be looking at meme coins like something like a potential like a Brett. So yes, it's a higher market cap meme coin, but I feel like it's solidified itself as like a blue chip meme coin, and it could potentially go to 30-40 million dollar billion dollar market caps. And there's a chance that Brett could be the next like Dogecoin or the next Shiba Inu of this bull run. Obviously, you have like a play like Pepe when it comes to your meme coins, and this has solidified itself even more. It's a 5 billion, so the returns on something like Pepe aren't as high, but it's definitely more of a solidified meme coin. So if I was someone that was investing in meme coins right now, arguably I would be looking at it. I mean, it just depends the way you look at it, because someone that invests in Pepe at a 5 billion might just be like, you know what, if I'm going to invest in a meme coin and I'm only going to potentially get maybe a 10x, why don't I just go and put more money in something that's like a layer one that's like more sturdy, like Kaspa? That's a fair valuation. But if you're someone that wants to invest in a meme coin, but I guess going to quote unquote feel like you're getting a safer return, then yeah, maybe look into something like a higher cap, like a Pepe. So get a Pepe and then get something more, a little bit lower, like a Brett, and then maybe go complete degen and get something that's like $15 million market cap and throw in your money. And again, the amount of money you're going to throw in is just all going to be dependent on the, what type of, how much money you have. So I hope that answers your questions about, kind of how to go about memes. That's what I would do. So we got another chat from Emily. So sometimes I miss the Dogecoin hype. So yeah, I mean, just in general, Dogecoin had one of the most like bullish. Dogecoin was like that was the meme coin. Dogecoin's a meme of memes. Nothing will ever replace Dogecoin. I remember when Dogecoin was the crypto that got me into it was a coin that got me into crypto, and the Dogecoin hype. I do think we'll see something like that in the parabolic bull run. Not with Dogecoin, but I think with a crypto like Pepe, or even something like Brett, or who knows, maybe there could be a meme coin that comes out that isn't even out yet and is going to completely surprise us. But yeah, the Dogecoin hype, that was, if you guys were around in crypto during that time, that was something, that was definitely something special that made a lot of people a lot of money. Also, it did wreck a lot of people because they didn't sell the top. I never forget when Elon Musk spoke at SNL, and we thought Doge is going to $1, Doge is going to the dollar, and that was the last we saw of those prices, and it crashed. So yeah, the Dogecoin hype, it's definitely, that's the feeling that crypto can give you. Those types of regains are here in crypto. There will be more like that. So we just have to, that's why times like this is when it's important to do our research, do our due diligence, and hopefully one day we will be rewarded. Basti says, I really appreciate your work. Deserve a lot more subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate that. In due time, I think that will come. The market is really slow right now. So a lot of people have kind of left cryptos. I know a lot of other YouTubers are, they're not getting as many views. They're not getting many likes. But obviously, I just do this content because I really enjoy it. I don't do it for the numbers, but obviously, that'd be cool to have it. But, I just do it because I enjoy crypto and I want to help you guys out. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Hopefully you stick with this, and maybe one day I'll have 10,000, the next day I'll have 100K, and go from there. So ZF will be the easiest 100x when ZK Sync and DeFi heats up. It's the cake killer and has a ton of potential from here. In my opinion, I see $2 plus ZF around a 1 billion market cap. Cake and Uni both hit $40. Yeah, so the low market caps are going to give you, obviously, the lower the market cap, the higher the reward. So it's just depending on like your tolerance. But ZK Sync, yeah, I definitely see that these could definitely get a lot of liquidity in them. Definitely when the market heats up, when we see, not even just when DeFi heats up, but when Bitcoin heats up. When we see Bitcoin heating up, you're going to see a lot of these altcoins go absolutely nuclear. A rising tide rises all ships. I know you guys have heard everyone say that, but it's true. It doesn't necessarily mean that like all the cryptos are good just because the prices go up, but definitely could see, even something like this go up. So yeah. So nice. Cool. All right. So we are almost getting towards the end of this live. Just to finish up. So we have the ETF hype. Obviously, not much is happening with the ETH price, but again, that's because of what's going on with Bitcoin. And then, of course, we have potentially a Solana ETF incoming. Again, Solana, yes, Solana. Sometimes the network goes down, which is annoying, but it has definitely proved itself a lot this bull run. A lot of people gave up on Solana when it went down, after the FTX and the Sam Bankman-Fried stuff. A lot of people gave up on it. A lot of people sold. But if they didn't, they could have had an $8 Solana and rode it all the way back up to, I think it went up to like, didn't it almost go to like $200 again? Really close. Yeah. So some people got into Solana back when it was like $6-7, and then they could have rode it back up to 200. And to be honest, I think Solana's going to at least go to like $400-500. So there's still room for some decent return. Obviously not as much now if you're getting into it now, but if you're someone that got into it, you know, like a year or two ago, I mean, you're bringing in the bucks. So again, Solana ETF I think could be next for crypto. And again, you're not gonna see bullish price movement until Bitcoin goes past its all-time high. And then we have the Bitcoin conference. So I believe it's happening in Nashville, and I believe it's this week. So I think they've said that like Donald Trump is going to speak. Don't even get me on started on all this stuff with Trump. It's just crazy what we've been seeing on with this market. I'm not going to get political or choose one side or another, but what I will say, it is really pay attention to what the market does. When we saw what happened with at the rally, and Trump getting shot in the ear, the market responded, and it responded positively to Trump. So I think that just kind of goes to show you what is to come in the future. In November, which is the next bullish catalyst, the elections. Arguably, again, not to get political, to pick sides, arguably, if I'm just going to speak the truth, guys. If a Republican gets in office, more than likely, you're going to see crypto pump extremely high. That's just the facts. If you see Donald Trump in as a president, the market's going to be more likely to be more green than if we see a Democratic in office. Again, I'm not choosing sides. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on where I see the market going. Unless the Democrats become way more crypto focus in liking crypto, definitely what's been going on in these elections is definitely affecting crypto, and the market seems to be liking the things that Donald Trump are doing about being pro Bitcoin. And again, it's been rumored that Donald Trump is going to speak at the Bitcoin conference. So again, that could be really bullish for obviously crypto and the market as well. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Send me a couple more chats if you guys have any other questions. Let's see here. We got another one from Basti. You see, Nexus gives us 16% staking on USD. Do you have experience with this platform? So Nexus, I do not have experience with. I have heard about it. What I will say, I'll give you my opinion when it comes to staking. If do you have to hold this for a certain amount of time, or can you like get out of that USD on staking at any time? Because I made a mistake back when Ethereum could be staked on Coinbase. You had a lockup period, and I absolutely hated that because I couldn't touch my money, and I wanted to sell and convert it and swap it for other cryptos. So I would just say that make sure on these exchanges like Nexus, just make sure that there's enough like liquidity, because sometimes when the rate, the staking rate is the higher the rewards, sometimes it could be potentially a red flag for something that could become a problem later down the line. Again, it's just a potential. It's not like a absolute certainty. But I would say you should be fine with staking, especially if you don't have to lock it up for a certain period of time and you can like withdraw your money at any time, then you should be good. We're in Nexo. Yeah. Let's see. The OMT NFT. None of these coins will make you rich. Low cap like MAS will be, but they're risky. I wonder what cryptos you're referring to. Are you talking about like the meme coins or and whatnot? Again, so when it comes to making it and getting quote unquote rich in crypto, I guess everyone has different like a different definition of rich. Some people might want to, if they make 50K or 100K, that's going to be good enough for them. Some people maybe want $1 million. So obviously the lower the market cap, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. But for some, you have to remember, like when you invest in it all comes down to how much you have to invest, and is about how much money you can end up making. There's some people that have $100,000 to invest in, and all they need is a 10x, and now they have $1 million. So obviously certain things are gonna you know give you different rewards. So it's just up to you when it comes to building your portfolios, when it comes to your investment thesis of, okay, what makes the most sense for me? Do these meme coins make sense for the amount of risk that I want to take in the market? Do these L1s or do these AI plays or those gaming plays make sense for the amount of returns that I'm expecting? And then if depending on your the answer to those questions, that's when you make these different judgments. Mask, the low cap, I have not heard of. So yeah, I apologize for that, but I appreciate the chat. Basti said if Donald Trump talks about the U.S. using Bitcoin as safety, that's gonna be bullish. Yeah, so there's been rumors that, like, not necessarily saying that like BTC could be used as like like a reserve currency, but like somehow like backing some part of like the US dollar with Bitcoin is like rumors that I've been hearing that Donald Trump might say or something. So I would say anything that he talks about Bitcoin in any positive light will be bullish for the market, and we'll just kind of have to go from there and just see what happens. But definitely, there's a lot going on this year in 2024, and everything leading up to November is going to be very interesting. And then obviously in 2025, that's when the projected top of the bull run will be in some point in 2025. Again, I think we're going to have two peaks. I think we're going to have the initial peak in April and May of 2025. And then if we have a double top like we did the last bull run, I think the next one will be in around that like September, October of 2025. So we have a lot to kind of sit back and watch and just see what happens with the market, and then if we need to make changes to our portfolios, we go on from there. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for tuning into this live. I appreciate those of you that are watching in live, and then I appreciate you also the others that are going to maybe watch this a little bit later in the day. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe. If you learned anything today, comment anything, any questions you have, any opinions you have, and I will catch you guys in the next video.